Sticking with the news in the Middle East, we turn now to Syria, where government forces are encircling Aleppo, preparing a siege to wrest control of the city from rebels in what could be the biggest blow yet to the three-year uprising. Washington Institute senior fellow Andrew Tabler joins us this morning to discuss this. Andrew, thanks for joining us again.
My pleasure.
Now, this could be a blow to these rebels. How do these sieges normally work out? And we know that the Battle of Homs went for the government, right?
That's right. There, of course, the rebels held less territory. It was also a smaller city. Aleppo is a bigger city, and the rebels have been inside of Aleppo and dominating half of it since 2012. It's going to take the regime is trying to encircle it. It's taken them a while, and then they'll probably, once they encircle it, try and squeeze it, and we'll see what happens next. It's a much harder operation than Homs. Okay,
well, it's still a very well-equipped government army there. One of the things that we're witnessing next door in Iraq is the rise of these Islamist militants who are doing diabolical things. Is it now something where we could say, look, Assad would actually be better to put down the rebels, because the rebels are using basically Syria as a training ground before going to Iraq?
Well, it would depend on the regime's ability to do that, and so far it's not fought ISIS and ISIL as much as it's fought moderates, and so the other thing is that the regime actually buys petroleum products from ISIL, so they have a sort of evil symbiotic relationship between each other. I also not really sure if the Assad regime is capable of going out into eastern Syria and putting pressure on ISIL. But it's been a long war in Syria, and we simply don't know what's going to happen going forward.
And Andrew, one of the thoughts by some observers is that if the moderate rebels feel completely slammed by the Assad regime, they may be sort of pushed into the arms of the extremist militants ISIS and ISIL.
That's right. I mean, their choice is you can surrender to the Assad regime's paramilitary organizations, death squads, and so on, which are backed by Iran, or they can jump over and join ISIL, which is predominantly Sunni, entirely Sunni, and live to fight another day. And I think many rebels are in that dilemma in the face of the Assad regime's onslaught.
Okay, thank you very much for your insight, Andrew Tabler of the Washington Institute.